Hello guys, this is another what if, and the what if is called what if Naruto was neglected and he had a Keke Genkai that was Sage mode. I'll explain what I mean in the video. So a little backstory: Naruto does not have the nine-tailed fox's chakra with him. It's and he has a little sibling. Um, see, Minato and Kishima have two kids. Naruto, the oldest, and one is 1 year apart, Obito, Uzumaki. Minato would name this kid Obito because he knows that Obito is dead. And I feel like he would do it mostly of respect. And Obito was the perfect one. At the age of 3, Naruto get beaten over and over and over again by Minato and Obito because Naruto wasn't good with chakra. He wasn't really good with chakra natures and all that. And the only jutsu he can ever perform well was the sexy jutsu. And even that got him beat. He would get beaten over and over again. Obito wouldn't get beaten though. He was the perfect one. So basically, one day, Naruto gets kicked out. Now, the Keke Genkai Sage Mode, I do want to try and specify. Sage Mode in the Naruto universe is not a Keke Genkai. It is something you can learn. But in this verse, his Keke Genkai is the ability that he can just turn on Sage Mode and off. It's basically the exact same thing as Sage Mode, only like he doesn't accidentally turn into a frog if he doesn't perform it well, and he doesn't have to go all the meditation and all that. He gets the same perks: a chakra boost, speed, agility. He gets all that. I just wanted to say that before I continued. All right, let's get back into it. Naruto would be walking on the streets alone. The villagers didn't hate Naruto, more of his last name, Uzumaki. His mother was known as the Demon Girl, the Fox Spirit. They would beat Naruto, not because they hated him, they hated his mother, which also made Naruto hate his mother. His mother would treat him well, feed him each time she got the chance, but this made Naruto hate them both, and Obito. See, Naruto would get beaten for something he can control. The only reason why they beat Naruto is because he knew that the fourth Hokage loved his younger brother more than he loved Naruto. And if he came back with a few bumps, bruises, scratches, he wouldn't care. He knows Naruto is reckless. They could easily just let him tripping or something stupid like that. Naruto knew this too. But one person stood up to them. Kakashi. Kakashi realized what was going on in Naruto's life and decided to change it around a bit. Kakashi told Naruto about the Fox spirit and about chakra natures and all that. Naruto wanted to be a ninja, but he didn't want to do it for his father. He didn't want to become Hokage. Kakashi said that if Naruto gets kicked out again, you can leave him. Just for the night, though, until he can be accepted back into the house. This would happen up until he's 11. He would always get kicked out and go straight for Kakashi's. And all of this, every single time we go to Kakashi would train him in chakra natures, how basic chakra control, how to do some jutsus, making it easier for Naruto. This way, Naruto knows more about chakra than a lot of students in his class. Naruto doesn't know how to do the Chidori, but knows the basics of what it's about. Kakashi would also train Naruto in his Keke Genkai. And I'm going to make the Sage mode a dojutsu, which is kind of like the shutting gun, where like when the visible effects of like how it works, like someone has a shutting gun because when you come in the eye, it's kind of like that, like the Byakugan. So this is a dojutsu. He would train Naruto in his dojutsu, even if it wasn't the same. And Naruto because of this, does learn the Chidori, but he has to be in his Sage mode. But they don't really name it Sage mode. Uh, if I were to give it a name, Naruto would probably name it Chakra mode because it's practically what it gives him more chakra. Not only does Naruto, thanks to this doujustu of his, he knows Chidori, he also knows Fire Style Fireball Jutsu, but those are the only two good ones he has. A Shadow Clone Jutsu he can perform well, but he prefers not to use it as much, as he does have to divide it in half. Naruto's faster, he's a lot stronger than the original, and he passes the academy and becomes a Genin. Team 7's still the same, only more people kind of respect Naruto. Even Sasuke, he respects Naruto. But it would be Naruto, Sasuke, with one change. Instead of Sakura, it would be Obito. Obito was number one in this class. Everyone loved Obito. Sasuke hated him because since he was the fourth Hokage's son, he got extra privilege. And this also made Sasuke empathize more with Naruto. Oh, and because of Naruto's frequent appearance with Kakashi, he would not normally say his full name, Uzumaki. Instead, he would just say he's Naruto. He wouldn't say Uzumaki. And if anyone called him that, he would politely ask not to say his full name. He hates it. He hated his last name. He wouldn't take Kakashi's last name though, out of respect for him, because he knew Kakashi didn't need that burden on him. Their first mission, practically like the first bell test, he doesn't go the same like the original. When Kakashi explains the bell test, only one person directly attacked it. It was Obito. Obito charged at him, but Sasuke and Naruto knew different. They knew better. They decided to hide. Naruto told Sasuke that this test is probably about teamwork, and Obito is the last person to team up with. Yeah, he's strong, but he never really got the concept. He was spoiled. He thinks he's the strongest. And Naruto even slightly smiles saying, I kind of hope that he gets blasted off his stupid pedestal. Sasuke kind of scoffs at this and family drama is not something I like. And Naruto even asked him, Sasuke, what about his family? Sasuke would say, my family is dead. See, the Uchiha attack, like the massacre, still happens in this timeline. And Naruto says that he wishes his family was dead. And Sasuke would say, we should probably get back to this test. And Obito is captured almost automatically. And Naruto has a plan. He says that he can do transformation really well. If Sasuke would throw a kunai at him, I would just untransform and would get the jump on him. Sasuke, understanding the plan, accepts it. Naruto turns to kunai. Sasuke jumps out, throws the kunai, and even though Kakashi knows it's Naruto, he wants him to have this one. He wants Naruto to feel like he succeeded in one thing. So Naruto steals the bell. But this is where Naruto's intelligence comes to play. He's a lot more intelligent than the original. He bolts to Sasuke and then tackles him. Sasuke understands what he's doing, and they all go into a bush. Sasuke comes out, but there are two sets of bells. One's in his pocket, and one's in his hand. Sasuke does the fire style Fobo Jutsu, and time is up with Kakashi having the bells. But then it's Naruto. Naruto is in Kakashi's hands, and Sasuke had the real bells, and they stand in a complete center room. And Kakashi, thinking that Naruto should deserve this, says that both Naruto and Sasuke pass. For now. And Obito is strapped on. Now, Kakashi said, you guys can eat, but you cannot feed Obito. I'll be right back. And he leaves. this is where Naruto's internal confliction comes. He knows the trick here. Hell, he had Kakashi with him for over um, 8 years. He knows exactly what he has to do, but he doesn't want to do it. Sasuke says to Naruto that even though you hate him with a burning passion, you have to feed him. That's just what the trick is. Even Sasuke realized, look, he's our team member. We're gonna have to get used to him anyway. And besides, if we can't actually, pass this and go on if he's going on starving, huh? Naruto says, yeah, you're right. And Naruto does not want to feed him first, though. Sasuke says, whatever, and gives Obito a bit of his rice. And then Naruto does it. And Kashi says, so they all pass now. See, the whole exercise is about teamwork. Even though you guys fat passed in the first place, I still wanted to see what would happen. And Kashi says his famous quote, those in the Shinobi Heroes who break the rules are scum, but those who leave their friends are more than scum. And Naruto, even though he learned something, he didn't like Obito at all. He didn't even see him as a friend. And Obito, even though he knew he was better than Naruto, always wanted to respect him. See, Obito also had an internal conflict. He knew that what Naruto's been going through. And he also knows that Naruto hates him. But Obito wants Naruto as a friend. It's because of his father, mainly. And Obito also thinks it's not fair that his father treats him the way he treats him, but not Naruto. After this, they walk away. Naruto doesn't tell Obito, but says that don't get your hopes up high. I'm going to Kakashi's, not home. I can't do it anymore. Tell Dad, or should I say the fourth Hokage, that don't expect me home alive. And Obito does tell him this. Now, the fourth Hokage does request Kakashi and asks what the hell he's doing with his own son. And Kakashi says that his son is not even at his house right now. I let him stay there a couple of times. Not really. He has his own place. I bought it for him. And Hokage says, yeah, but I want him home. And Kakashi says, listen, I respect you a lot, but you clearly don't if you keep kicking him out like this. And the Hokage sits there silently and tells him, oh, whatever, let the damn fox do what he wants. And Kakashi, kind of hearing this, is like, what do you mean? But he doesn't give a straight response. The truth is, Obito has 25% of the fox's chakra, and Naruto has 25% of the fox's chakra. Or actually, it's 50%. And Kirishima only has 25. Naruto has the fox's chakra inside him, but he never knew. No one could know. The reason why he doesn't tell anyone is because he didn't want him to get beat and all, but I guess it didn't work. After this, Kakashi decides not to tell Naruto about the fox, and he just want Naruto to stress out. Naruto, kind of being excited, he asks if he can do some Genkai training. I want to get stronger. So, Chakra Mode is what his Kekkei Genkai is called. Sasuke congratulates him and says that he does have a mission request. Because Obito is in his team, they have a request to escort someone from Land of Fire to Land of Waves. And Naruto, kind of being excited, he says, well, at least it should be fun, right? In the shadows, we see Sasuke watching. Kakashi tells Sasuke that he can come out, and Naruto appears behind Sasuke and tells him there's no need to hide. Sasuke is going to be a bit different in this timeline. Sasuke envies Naruto for having the relationships he has, and doesn't want Naruto to know. And this is when Naruto says that, just because we're not blood related, we can't be brothers, right? And this gets Sasuke in a hard spot. See, he's not going to be adopted or anything, but Kakashi's also going to look out for Sasuke too, as Sasuke doesn't know how it feels to live alone and be treated wrongly. This is gonna end part one. You guys had a fun time. I know I contradicted myself in the end there, but I thought it'd be a nice twist, you know? And besides, it's not like this video is gonna go viral anyway. But make sure it does. You know, it'd be nice if you liked and subscribed. I'm not telling you to do it or anything. A comment would be nice too. You know, suggestions and all that. Maybe suggestions to improve the story. Oh no, it's not like I want you guys to do it or anything. It's not like I like reading the comments. You know, you know, I mean, maybe like if you guys liked it, commented. I want to see if you guys enjoyed it or something. You know, if you guys disliked it, I like your feedback. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.